You guys think this fight's going to break any pay-per-view record?
I do. It's always about two guys. When you talk about two guys in a fight, you got Floyd Mayweather, arguably the greatest of all time, undefeated, 49-0, and you got Conor McGregor, who is by far, like he said, the biggest star in mixed martial arts. This is a fight that the world will be watching.
I think a lot of fans are wondering this. No matter what happens in this fight on August 26th, are we going to see Conor McGregor in UFC again?
I think we will. Obviously, Conor and I have been talking a lot throughout this negotiation, and he wants to turn around and fight again this year. And that's after he fights Floyd, he wants to turn around and fight again this year, and that's one of the million reasons why people love Conor McGregor.
Is Conor McGregor a power puncher? From what I see, absolutely. But don't ask for a Floyd Mayweather number. Because we can go to the Guinness Book of World Record and go look at all my records, but then when we pull up his name, you ain't gonna see shit.
And if it happens, if they're boxing, it's not going to be good because, Conor don't stand a chance if they're boxing. They only stand a chance if they're using the UFC fighting skills. If it's just a boxing match, that's not going to be a fight.
Whether real?
I hear the boy talking, said he gets 100 million, I get 7 million. That's a pay cut to me. I don't take pay cuts. I thought boxing was where the money was at. 7 million is absolutely laughable. He's talking 100 million. I'm also talking 100 million. I'm 27 years of age, and I'm just about halfway through a $100 million contract. He's getting old now. I have the size, I have the reach, I have the height. I have the youth. He needs me. I don't need him.
This is a super fight.
This is the fight where all the Hollywood stars come out, Jay-Z's, the Puffys, the Beyoncé's. This is it. It gets no bigger than this. And it will be a star-studded affair. This will be the biggest event ever. Everyone will be talking about this for years to come.
And I'm not knocking MMA guys. I'm not knocking McGregor. I'm just being honest. He's in there with a caveman. I mean, McGregor might be one of the better strikers out there, and I don't know if he is, but he might be. But he's not. When he's in the world of boxing, he doesn't really live up to being on the level of a C-level fighter. I mean, with the experience of a boxer.
If you were invited, would you go along?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would.
Do I think that's the attitude of everybody to it, Mike. Nobody wants to see it, but everybody will go and see it.
Yeah, that's just what it is. I just like Conor's a personality. He's a big personality. We ain't gonna get any. It's very rare to get a personality like that. See, Floyd don't have that personality. Conor got that personality.
If you look at this thing, right, and you look at how big this fight is, and you look at how big both of these athletes are that are involved in this fight, if Conor does knock Floyd Mayweather out, he is the biggest athlete on earth. I mean, he's the biggest athlete anywhere. On other planets, he's the biggest athlete. It's pretty crazy.
Sugar said that a fight with you and Conor would go 1 round.
That's a damn lie.
Sugar came out and said that it would go 1 round.
I can't sit right here and knock Conor McGregor. I'm not here to knock a guy. He's the second biggest name.
He just want to breathe on you. That's all.
Conor McGregor is the second biggest name in MMA. So I'm not going to sit right here and knock Conor McGregor.
Floyd wants a boxing match. And I've already said, no problem. Get my fucking money. And when you get my money, then we can box in this boxing match under these set of specific rules that will keep you alive. I'm here. Where's my money? You keep dropping my name and you haven't got the money, then I'm going to show up at your front door. So we'll see. But Floyd does not want a fight. Floyd wants a match under a specific set of rules. I don't need rules.
Yeah, and the thing is this, for the boxing community to be disgusted, first of all, it's about the fans. What do the fans want to see? And if you're a fan of combat sports, this is the greatest end of the year ever. Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor are going to fight. Triple G is going to fight Canelo. I got a great lineup for the rest of this year, and so does boxing.
Conor McGregor's an MMA fighter. He uses your name before his last fight. He's calling your name now. What do you make of that, of another sport, another fighter wanting to fight you?
I try to play the background. That's why when the fighters fight, I don't get in the ring and try to steal a fighter's shine. Sometimes the fighter asks me, please come in the ring. And when they ask me to come in the ring, that's when I go. But most of the time, I try to stay on the sideline. I had my time to shine. Great career. It's time for these other young fighters to shine.
He's not fighting Floyd Mayweather. He's not fighting Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather isn't going to fight him, man. It's never going to happen.
Well,
he isn't going to get in there and mix it up with Conor.
Yeah, it'll be at the T-Mobile Center in Vegas. It'll be at 154 pounds. They'll wear 10-ounce gloves. It'll be in a ring. It's a boxing event. Mayweather Promotions will build the undercard for it, and we got this thing done.
Press conference and Conor brought your name up. Is that finished now, or do you think it'll ever happen?
Within my company, I'm the boss. I call the shots.
He might be the Floyd Mayweather of UFC, or he's took some things from you to be.
I mean, if he did steal my blueprint, I think it's a good thing. He's a hell of a fighter. You know, he can fight, he can box real good. As far as stand-up, he's very good.
So, yeah, for a striker, for an MMA guy, you know, he's at a good level. But in boxing, he's at a very low level. And one of the advantages, you guys touched on it, one of the advantages that he would love to have is having a bare fist or 4-ounce, 3-ounce gloves, whatever they wear. Again, 10-ounce gloves, you know, so the puncher's chance, I don't think it was ever there, but it's less there now with the bigger gloves.
I know the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight grossed $600+ million. Do you think that this fight has a chance to hit $500 million in one night?
Kevin, yes, of course. Why not? I mean, this is the fight. You gotta understand, obviously, with Mayweather-Pacquiao, and Stephen can attest to this, is that was a fight that the fans have been talking about for years.
Is there any kind of language in this agreement that what might happen should Conor have a brain freeze and just start throwing elbows and kicks?
Oh yeah, that will not happen.
What's the penalty?
That will not happen. I mean, first of all, obviously, that is absolutely in the contract. Number one, and number two, if this is a boxing match under the Nevada State Athletic Commission, under the rules of boxing.
I laugh when people say punch his chance. Oh wow, he's gonna punch. Madonna couldn't hurt him. Pacquiao couldn't hurt him. Canelo couldn't hurt him. You know, so we got to be in the real world a little bit, even though I know we're trying to sell this, and it is going to be a Super Bowl type event. I get it.
I'm a two-weight world champion in the biggest organization in free fighting, period. There's no limitations where I come from. Floyd's not ready for this. Much respect to Floyd. He's a solid businessman, what he has been able to do. But as far as real fighting, Floyd don't want none of this. He wants a boxing match. He doesn't want to fight. Tell him to learn on Showtime offices. I want the $100 million cash to fight.
Mayweather is 40. He's been retired for 23 months, coming off that win over Andre Berto. Teddy, what's going to be the hardest part for him in terms of getting ready for this fight?
Look, the easiest answer would be to get rid of the rush, you know, to get back in shape, you know, get rid of the bad habits of maybe hanging out and, you know, eating the wrong foods, stuff like that. But that's not Floyd. You know, Floyd is always taking care of his body.
A tremendous event. The fans wanted this fight.
Yeah,
Kevin.
If we look at this, you know, we're not only drawing fans from the universe of boxing fans and the universe of MMA fans. We've actually tapped into the audience that really doesn't follow either sport. You know, this is such an unprecedented event, such a spectacle.
You know, he doesn't have those kind of bad habits. You know, he might like to gamble, he might like to stay up late at night, but he's not doing anything wrong with his body. He's always in shape, he's always training, he's always boxing with his proteges. So really, it's not the normal layoff, like you look at a guy and you say, oh yeah, he's been off the amount of time you just talked about. No, he's been active, he's been taking care of himself, he's been living the life of an athlete. So that's not really going to bother him. And again, you know, he's a defensive wizard, genius. And he's in there with a guy who he's going to see everything come.
I haven't risked that. I was just, you're retired, you did your thing.
Yeah, you already got your thing.
You did it. Like, you have nothing to prove.
Me, myself, and Conor McGregor, if it ever does happen, we want to get a world what they want to see. The world wants to see Mayweather McGregor. So
make my day.
If it happens,
it happens.
You tell me, why does your guy stand a chance?
Yeah, it's funny. I talked to Conor McGregor this morning, and when you talk to this kid, it's fascinating. You know, he is absolutely 100% positive that he wins this fight. And I stopped doubting Conor McGregor a long time ago. When two men step into any, whether it's the ring or the octagon or whatever it is, anything is possible.
The cash cow. I'm the cash cow.
I could buy and sell you 100 times over.
Once I beat the guy, mentally and physically, he's never the same. You can go back and look at all the fighters. Now I want to ask you another question.
Go ahead.
Who's beat me?
I told you I'll put a hole in your face.
Yeah,
You'll be breathing out of your
People ask me every day about Mayweather, Conor McGregor. Remember this, and I want everyone that's watching this. At one particular time, they were shouting out a certain name. Oh, Floyd is scared of Manny Pacquiao. He's a coward. It's not my fault that I made the fight so easy. That's not my fault. That's not my fault.
Why did it take so long to fight him?
I mean, at the end of the day, listen, because the world wasn't built in a day.
Floyd Mayweather is 40 years old. He's always had problems with southpaws. Conor McGregor is 27 years old. He is a southpaw. And whenever Conor hits people, they fall. It's interesting. I'm not saying that Conor McGregor is going to win. I'm not saying that Floyd Mayweather is going to win. But I'll tell you this. The reason Conor McGregor is as big as he is because he will fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. He will go after Floyd Mayweather, and he will try to knock him out.
Conor, what up?
How are you?
Dude, so I got Floyd yesterday, right? He said he didn't see your fight. Do you believe him? Do you believe him? He compared you to an ant. He said he's an elephant. Time to say it to my face. All right.